What is up, people, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so today on the Zcar build, as you can see, I've mocked the back panel back up just to make sure it fitted the way I wanted it to fit. And to be fair, it's not too bad. Now, as you can see, this line here, the top panel, these two panels are supposed to come over the top of this lip, so it covers the straight way across. But if you do that, once you've sealed all these, you can't get that panel off. So what I'm doing is I'm having this panel fit last. So if you need to service anything on the front of the engine, you can literally take the seat out, unbolt that panel, and you can get to the front of the engine. And the water pump and all that stuff's behind there. Otherwise, you've got to take all your, everything off. So that's why I've done what I've done that way. I'm just waiting for some of that gold reflective stuff to come from Bag Sport, and then we can get that back on permanently then. And I also have got the seat back from welding, so that's done. The wheel bolts are here, studs. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to fit these studs, which is quite a easy job, but we shall do that together. And then also I want to make a clutch pedal limiter. Normally you just put a bolt through the floor, but I want to make one that's adjustable. So what I'm going to do basically is I've got a chunk of old aluminium stock, and we're going to machine this so it screws onto this thread and slides over this, so it's adjustable, and then it's going to have a little lock nut on the back of it, so it's a hard stop. Do you know what I mean? Being the floor being fiberglass, it's never going to be a hard stop. So this, we can adjust it until we get full disengagement of the clutch, lock the jam nut up, job's a good one. So from this, first things first, we're going to try and use my little press. I've had it out because I needed to use something. I say little, it's actually 3 tons, quite big. So we'll try and use that on the drive flanges, but I don't know if we'll be able to get the studs out using that. So let's rock and roll. We've got to get it up in the air, we've got to get the wheels off. And I'm just going to blow the drive flanges straight off the end. So I'm going to leave the disc and everything on, just blow the flange straight off and pull it off. Ready? Well then, let's take you along with me, shall we? We've got them off. These are our new ones. And these came from rallynuts.com. So yeah, these are proper competition ones, not your average ones. See how much more length we've got? Yeah? Loads of length. So what we're going to do now, is get these out. So we need to get these out. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to get these out using this, because I don't know if I can get enough force to push them all down at once. Oh, I don't think this is going to undo them all, but why not try it, eh? So put it there. This has got quite good leverage on this thing. Look at that. Got the beef on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of them. Oosh! Next. That's a bit quicker. You never throw the old ones away, they always come in useful. What I'll do now, just give these a quick clean, I think. Just on the faces. Right, so now we've got to try and knock them back in. So, we'll make this round to the small one. I want some packers. There we go. It's just them 12mm. Big old them 12mm washers. If you want, just to equal it out. Down there, tight fit, eh? We need something to punt it down with, I think. Take some punting, that is. What shall we use to punt that down with? Let me see what I can find. Right, so the press actually worked. So that's them done. And we've just got to fit them again. Sweet! Right then, let's them back on. Now I do my hub nuts up to 100 foot-pounds. I think they're supposed to go to 150, which is a lot in my opinion. But we're using good wheel bearings, like on my car, I use the Timken bearings, and they are precision made. So there's each bearing is made to its own race. I run that 100 foot-pounds and I never have a loose bearing. It's bang on, because with these big brakes, everything gets that hot and expands that much. Not got an issue. Now this has got good bearings in it. It's got them CAD one-piece washers. I got utter faith that 100 foot-pounds is going to be plenty for these hubs. Now what I want to do is put a wheel on, one wheel bolt, and I don't want any play in the wheel. So we know then that the wheel bolt is snug down. Yeah? That's only a couple of little braps with this gun, so it's not. There is no wobble. So we know that the wheel bolts, well, the nuts and studs are going to work together. Yeah? Once these are torqued up to the 45 foot-pound that we all use, this ain't going to go anywhere. I don't even know what foot-pound this thing is. Well, it's enough. Fine. Wheels are on. Ta-da! Right then, so next what we want to make is my clutch stop. First of all, I want to take an overall reading. We are at 64 millimeters. Yeah? So I know when I'm putting it back to where I want to put it, it's in the same place. So 64 millimeters, that's my home point. Now what I'm looking to make is something like, got a square top, that will be a clutch slave cylinder end, master cylinder end. Then I want a little bit of a straight, probably something like this. And this is going to be that'll be 5/16 threaded, going to a board section. You understand what I mean? So that is what we're going to sort of make. So we need to get some measurements, don't we? So I don't want that, do I? I want a vernier. So the OD of this is 27.8. So we've got 28 mm OD. It's 28 across the top. Then work that out to 50 mm. So we're using 14 mm of compression. Yeah? So 14 mm of compression, so we'll ditch that. That leaves us with 50 mm shaft. We've got 10 mm for our nut, 5 mm for our jam nut, maybe 10 mm for our jam nut. I'm going to go 25 mm, I think. So we've got 25 mm total length. So that really is all we need to know. That there is 8 mm. And I know that is 5/16 by 24 pitch, because that's what all brakes are, I think. Right, let's see what we can knock up on the old lathe, shall we? Right, this thing, it's off an old filler at work. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this end to hold on to do all my machining, and then we'll just chop this end off. I think that's going to be the plan. So we'll put it in, we'll face it, and we'll start the old machining work on it, shall we? Lathes looking a bit of a mess again. Right, so there's my little thing. Clutch pedal stopper doodad. Right, so we've got to do now is fit it. Pretty simple really. Zoom in, job. I'm just going to undo that nut, unscrew that, and away we go. I'll change this nut out for a shallower one. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. That on there. Screw that on. Like so. We want a little jam nut. Come on, there we go. And the jam nut is just for that one. And then we've got another jam nut for the actual pedal. Where were we? 67 mil? 64. We were 64 mil. Wait a minute, that went about fucking guess. Too far maybe. 64. Pedals are level. It's actually a little bit high. Slow it down a touch. About there. Jam the jam. I mean, this car's going for a full suspension setup anyway, but they're going to take the shocks off and valve the dampers and all sorts, so they'll be measuring the pressures to everything. If we're at 64, and I know released it's 50 mil, so I'm going to back this back down. 50 mil. Yeah. What I like about this idea is it's fully adjustable. You know what I mean? As your clutch wears, you can adjust this. There we go. Clutch stop. Beautiful. You ain't never going to override that. Right. What do you think, boys and girls? He don't look too bad, does he? Looks like it was made for him. Right, so wheel bolts are in, studs are in, clutch is done. I'm literally waiting for that gold stuff now. Right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to give me a like if you don't mind. See ya.